Hey, it's Mazzy. Welcome back to the channel. The Record Store Day Black Friday. These are my picks. I slept on the list, not literally, but I thought about it. I went through it, took a little more time. There's some things that are kind of like would be cool to have, but I don't need them, and nobody needs anything. But these are interesting records, and these are my picks. Mazzy's picks, my suggested picks. Now, remember, this is one man's taste. Those of you who watch me regularly know my taste. And it kind of fits in with my taste. So there are probably things that you might like that I'm not shouting out or mentioning. And there are other ones that I like, but, I'm trying to get in that mode that, if I don't get it and I don't miss it after a week or a few days, I don't need it. Now, I'm not getting all these. There are about 20 here, give or take, but and they're not any particular order. But I'm going to go through the list, show a little cutaway picture so you can just to get a visualization. Now, the first one I'm going to show, again, not in order, the complete Elektra albums, Elektra albums in love in the late 1960s. I'm excited about this. Now, I have a couple of these records. I don't have them all, but I don't know the DNA here. Now, in the past, I know Kevin Gray and Chris Bellman has cut these for Rhino, so I don't know if these are all analog sourced. I didn't see that in the details. So the Love box set seems very interesting to me. I'm very open to it. Next is the Rhino Reserve of Curtis. Now, I have a reissue from some years back, which is okay. I don't have an original. Curtis Mayfield's album called Curtis. Fantastic record. Now, the Rhino Reserves have been wonderful. I think Matt Luthen's cuts most of them, and they're pressed at Fidelity Pressing. That's the Mobile Fidelity pressing plant in Southern California, Oxnard, I believe. And it's a fantastic pressing plant. And that is a wonderful album here. You can see here, just love that record. I mean, that's a must. I'm surprised they're doing a reserve within the Record Store Day setup. Now, this one's a maybe for me. This is Joni Mitchell, the Rolling Thunder Review. That tour intrigues me. I saw the Rolling Thunder Review in Austin, but I don't think Joni Mitchell played at the show I went to. I could be wrong, but I don't recall Joni Mitchell. But these are live tracks. Apparently, this was in the box set that came out earlier, Volume 4, but I didn't get that box set. So it's something, a one-off, one record, a little comp of her. There's probably a looseness in that tour, and I really like that sort of loosey, punky feel of Dylan on the Hard Rain and the Rolling Thunder tour. So that's a possibility. Joni Mitchell, Rolling Thunder Review. Randy Newman, Trouble in Paradise. I'm usually an all-in on Randy Newman, and I like this record a lot. This is a record of demos, and so I'm very much considering it because I really like his kind of solo work, his demos. I don't know if this is solo piano, like he did with that non-set series of the Randy Newman songbook, which I adore. So that's something I may check into. That's a Black Friday release, I believe, from Rhino. Now, this is one I'm probably not going to get, but I think it's really cool they did it. And this is Prince and the Revolution Around the World in a Day. And what it is, it's a 45 box set of the 45s released with the B-sides from that record. So, I find these days, 45s, I box it, I put it on the shelf. I might play it a couple of times, and that's it. So I like the concept of it more than I like me actually getting it. So I'll probably pass on it, but I think it's a cool pick. And obviously for, Prince freaks, I am a big Prince fan. I'm kind of almost all in, but at that point, I don't need every version of that. Now, Jonathan Richman, You Must Ask Me. This is 30th anniversary, first time on vinyl. This is from Kraft. I don't know this record, but I'm very intrigued, so I think I need to go play it, find out, and preview it before, because I do have quite a few Jonathan Richmans, obviously with the Modern Lovers and without, and I just think he's hysterical, and I like his clever lyrical content in his music. Sun Volt Trace, a must-have. 1995, 30th anniversary. Rhino High Fidelity just put out, which is great, a few months ago, the AM record, which did as a Rhino High Fidelity, which is the debut of Wilco. And of course, that same year, later that year, the Sun Volt came out. That's after the Uncle Tupelo split. and it's a fantastic record. The second disc has some demos from the record. I do not have it in vinyl. The last vinyl was 2016, and it is out of print, and it goes for some money. So I have it on CD. I don't have it on vinyl, so I am totally looking for it. That's a must-have for me. Sunvolt Trace, a fantastic album. This is Thievery Corporation. I think this is their 5th album. I love the last 2 releases that the Thievery Corporation did. I believe one was for Records Day, maybe one was separate. They're just great electronic beat records. I love that 90s and 2000s stuff. I think some of these are in the 2000s actually. And they're just great electronic, dancey, vibrant, a little kind of psychedelic flourishes in terms of sampling and things. And it just, all those records are great. And they've been putting them out themselves, and usually they're fantastic packaging and cover art. So that is one. Now, Omnivore is doing one. This surprised me because I'm a big Warren Zevon fan. I'm all in on Warren Zevon. They're actually coming out in the next month, actually this month, in end of October, some Rhino Rocktober records of Warren Zevon. Some of the records that were in that box set last time during Record Store Day are coming out individually in Rocktober, Mutineer and a few others. And I heard that My Rides Here, which is not Warner and not Rhino, is getting reissued too. And that's a fantastic record. So keep an ear out and an eye open. An ear open and an eye out for Warren Zevon reissues. But Omnivore is doing Warren Zevon Epilogue live at the Edmond Folk Music Festival. I think this is done in the early 2000s. I've never heard this recording. It's unreleased recording. So I hope it's good. I'm a big, big fan, as you know, of Warren Zevon. So that is a definite record. Now, this is one that really excites me. This is Miles Davis live at the Plug Nickel, December 23, 1965. This is, according to this, the second set. Now, I have a sampler, and I don't know if it's the same as this. I have to look. It's a 2 CD set, I believe, from the Plug Nickel. It came out as a sort of a bridge version of that big, massive box set, of the CD box set. Now, 1965, the second quintet. This is a series of shows where apparently the band, without Miles, got kind of tired of doing the same shit every night. So they decided to go out and just be wild and do whatever they wanted, something really different. And Miles loved it, and great results. Now, I'm hoping, I think it's long due, it's long time to reissue the Plug Nickel, that CD box set. Vinyl would be cool, but that would be a ton of records. I think Mosaic probably did it as a vinyl version some years ago. But to me, if you're a Miles Davis fan at all, and you love the second quintet, this is a must. It's a killer live set. Miles Davis live at the Plug Nickel, December 1965. The freewheeling Bob Dylan on vinyl. Now you say that's out on vinyl, you can get it anywhere. It's true. Now there is a bootleg Series 18 from 1956, whatever it is, to 1964 that's coming out very soon, that next bootleg Series 18. This is part of that, because what this is the original track listing of Freewheelin' of Bob Dylan, and they took off 4 tracks, replaced them, and put 4 other tracks on. Now, this is the original configuration, including Talking John Birch Paranoid Blues. A lot of the stuff we have on other things and bootlegs and things, but putting it together in the proper order, or the original configuration, is, to me, a beautiful thing. And this is for Dylan freaks. But I tell you, it's going to be a great listen. And Freewheelin', of course, one of his great early albums, is a must. And having this out through Sony, through the Dylan people and Sony, is incredible. I am so excited about this. One other Dylan thing that it's so cool, and it's a 7-inch. And as I said earlier, I don't usually go for the 7 inches, but with Dylan, it's all in. So I'm jumping all in head first from the Lomax archive. Original live recording, Masters of War, Bob Dylan live in Alan Lomax's apartment, New York City, January 1st, 1963. Now, I assume this is a track that's going to be on that box set. So in terms of musically and listening to it, I probably don't need it since I'm going to get the box set. But Masters of War, I mean, come on, with this picture sleeve and where we are right now in the world, it's a perfect time for Bob Dylan. So I'm going for that. Another must-have for me is this, the annual, there's always like twice a year, Record Store Day, Grateful Dead release. There's a couple here, but one in particular that I must have, and I think I was at the show. I was at one of these shows. This is October 4th and October 6th, 1980. This is the Grateful Dead at the Warfield Theater, San Francisco. This is, I think they did a lot of live acoustic stuff here. Is it different than the other release that came out? That was a little earlier. I forgot. I'm forgetting right now. You Deadheads know better than I do in terms of specifics off the top of your head. Zoetrobes are a gimmick. I have a few, and I actually like visually, artistically, conceptually the zoetrobes that the George Harrison estate, Danny Harrison, is putting out on behalf of Dad of George Harrison. They did last Record Store Day, All Things Must Pass as a zoetrope. They've done electronic music and Wonderwall, I believe, and a few others. They're putting out this Living Material World, the 50th anniversary, as a zoetrope. I think it's beautiful. See what I did there? So, would that be the thumbnail? We'll have to try that later. John Lee Hooker. Okay, this is Chill Out. This is a great record. I have the CD of this. I love this. This is a collaboration. Obviously, the Bluesmen with Carlos Santana, Van Morrison, Charles Brown, and Booker T. Jones. So it's a great kind of blues rock album, and it's a wonderful record. He's singing on it, and the other vocalists come in and play when need be, and it's a wonderful record. I haven't played the CD while, but I think it's time for the vinyl. And I don't know if it ever came out on vinyl, but it did. It is a fantastic album. John Lee Hooker, Chill Out. One of the jazz records, obviously. Resonance puts out a lot every year. I'm not sure if I'm going to go for the Bill Evans. I may. I have a lot of Bill Evans, so that's why I may not. But the Ross on Roland Kirk, Seek and Listen live at the Penthouse. Of course, the long gone jazz club by Pioneer Square here in Seattle. Way before my time. Tore it down. It was literally a parking lot on First Avenue there. And so that Ross on Roland Kirk looks really interesting to me. And those are from radio recordings that were broadcast every Sunday night. So those are my initial picks. Now, I saw a few other things. There's a Jesse Sykes that was way at the bottom, and it's apparently a newish album. But it's a first release, so I don't have to rush out and buy it because it's coming out later now. Jesse Sykes and the Sweet Hereafter, I have her records. She also plays with the Third Mind. There might be a couple of things. Jazz Dispensary looks kind of cool. But again, you can't get everything. And I'm not going to get all these, but I just wanted to convey to my audience, for my taste, these are the things that stand out to me this year. And that's like about 20 or so records. So obviously I'm going to probably pare that down. We'll see how I feel in a month plus from now. And that's it. So Record Store Day, Black Friday, 2025, Mazzy's picks. Mazzy loves you. Take care.